Hello and welcome to this video on the new features in version 2.5 of Intella Desktop and Intella Connect. There are a number of new features which have been added to both Intella Desktop and Connect. We will first have a look at the main features that have been added to both products, and then we'll look at the new features which are specific to each product. Note that Intella Desktop specific features are included in Intella 10, 100, 250, Professional and Team. These features, apart from the features that include creating cases or processing tasks, are also included in Intella Viewer. This video covers some of the feature highlights for this release. Note that it does not show all of the new features and improvements for version 2.5. A detailed list of all of the features and updates is shown in the 2.5 release notes for Intella Desktop and Connect. In regards to both the Intella Desktop and Connect products, we have added support for processing several new sources. Now Intella Desktop and Connect support processing of AFF4L images. This is a variant of the AFF4 format used for logical images. We have added support for processing relativity RSMF files. This is a new e-discovery format for capturing chat data. And we have added support for processing HWPX documents made by the Hangul word processor. We have added support for nesting phrase and proximity queries. Up until now, new phrases could not be used in proximity searches. We have an article on our forum which showed workarounds for this limitation. However, this functionality is now added in version 2.5. This allows the user to search for one phrase within a maximum distance of another phrase. We have made some improvements to the near duplicate feature. When processing items for near duplicates, you can now choose between two algorithms. The original character-based algorithm is still available. This algorithm is preferred when processing Eastern languages such as Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and Vietnamese texts. There is also a new word-based algorithm which has been added. This algorithm produces more intuitive similarity scores which can be converted to a percentage. This is useful for coding highly similar documents with the same coding choices. Note that we have also added settings for the user to change the shingle size for both algorithms. This is done in the Advanced Indexing tab under Preferences. In this release, we have made some usability improvements with chat messages. Chat messages are now represented both as individual items and as conversation items that bundle a range of chat messages into a document-like representation. That means that chat messages can now be individually tagged, flagged, and exported. This allows the user to present or report on single messages instead of having to present all of the messages in the conversation as in the past. Chat data events can also be correlated with other events such as browser or searching history, Windows search actions, application launches, etc. Conversation items allow for a user-friendly display of chat data in the previewer. We have designed these views so they look similar to how they look in their native chat application. We have added support for compound cases. A compound case bundles multiple cases and allows for them to be used as if they were all merged into a single case. Search results from the subcases are combined into a single result set and can be sorted, deduplicated, reviewed, and exported just as you would in a regular case. Compound cases do not require the underlying case databases to be physically merged. This makes them very quick to create and with low storage requirements. Compound cases support several advanced workflows such as combining existing cases for cross-case investigations without having to manually replicate all of the steps across all cases. and efficiently distributing indexing processes across multiple machines to increase the indexing phase of a dataset. The subcases produced on each machine can then be merged into a single master case within seconds. Compound cases are supported for existing cases back to version 1.9. Note that cases made with versions before 2.5 will first need to be converted to the 2.5 format before they can be added to a compound case. You can see that there is now another option in the Add Case wizard for creating a compound case. You simply fill in the Create New Case form as you would do for creating any case, and then select the cases that you want in your compound case. Intella will open as normal. This case is the new compound case which contains the data for the cases which were selected. Intella no longer requires Microsoft Outlook to export to PST format. Exporting items to PST could be problematic when there are issues with the Outlook installation on the system. In version 2.5, all dependencies for creating PST files are now included in the Intella and Connect software. With this update, you'll notice that the Outlook tab is no longer in the Preferences settings. Let's now look at the Intella desktop specific features. We have added the ability to upload cases that have already been indexed directly into Intella Connect. We are finding that with the global pandemic, customers need to use cloud-based systems for case review as the reviewers are working from different locations. In this workflow, they install Connect on a cloud platform for review while keeping the processing side local. Once the case has been processed, it can be easily uploaded and added to Connect, all from within Intella Desktop. Intella Viewer has been able to connect to shared cases in Intella Connect. In this release, we added additional functionality to Intella Viewer so that it is compatible with two-factor authentication or single sign-on in the login phase. In these cases, the user will be shown a form where they can enter the 2FA or SSO credentials. We have added the following features in regards to Intella Connect. We currently support indexing of Windows volume shadow copies in Intella, but up until now we have not ported this functionality over to Connect. The user interface components have been added to Connect for selecting which snapshots to index and how differences between the snapshots and the final state of the disk need to be reflected in the case. We have added a number of security enhancements to Connect. These include better setup wizards for SSL setup and improved handling of certificates, including self-signed certificates. We have added the ability to specify password policies such as minimum password length, maximum age, and the mandatory use of certain classes of characters. We have added the ability to specify an account lockout policy. This determines what happens after a user account has had a certain number of failed logon attempts. The GDPR Insight Info panel has been added to Connect. Previously, this was only available in Intella Desktop. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. More information about this release can be found in the release notes at the link below.